Hello.
Hello.
So, good morning. We are clearly not at Everdeen today. We are at Laurent's apartment. But I am about to leave. And sadly, you cannot come with me. Maybe I kidnap you. I put you in the trunk.
No, happy. I am happy in the drink.
Yeah, you're flexible.
Yeah. Well, let's not talk about that.
You're flexible, but you somehow managed to hurt your neck so that you can't turn your head today.
Yeah, so I can't turn my head that far.
Maybe the trunk is not the place for you.
Oh.
So I'm going to have to leave on my own with no boyfriend in the trunk because I'm going down to Everdeen, and on the way, I'm going to make a nice little stop. There's a big brocante that I've had my eye on because I pass it every time I drive from Paris to Everdeen. And
everyone I managed not to stop.
Well, it's been closed. It hasn't really been like an option. But I looked, and today it's supposed to be open. So I'm going to stop there on the way and have a little poke around and see what we can find. Yes. It's going to be great. You're going to stay here and work.
Yeah.
So sad for you.
Well,
no brocantes for you. Feel the sadness. Anyway, I need to get going because it is already much later than I intended on leaving, as usual. But I would like to have enough time to shop and still get to Everdeen before midnight. So I gotta go.
Good.
How will you live without me? Oh, I'm only gonna be gone a week. So if you can't live for that long without me, I can't really help you.
Yeah, that's true.
So about an hour drive later, I have arrived at the first stop on the brocanting road trip, which is this brocante that I've passed many times. It looks quite good, but as I just parked here, and it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, I realized that I didn't bring any cash. So I hope that if I find something I want to buy, they will take a card. Once again, I've forgotten the cash. Constantly, I do this so much. Why can't I just remember to have cash with me? I'm not good at this. Anyway, let's go in and have a look around. So this is called l'univers brocante, the universe of brocantes. And I will say, if you put this into Google Maps, it does not lead you to the front door. So look around if you can't find it. Oh, they've got a lot of antique bicycles. That's quite cool. There's also some marble tops over there, which would be useful if I had a piece of furniture that needed a marble top. But at the moment, I can't really think of one. That's kind of interesting. They've got these two urns for the garden to put plants in. And I do want a big urn to put in the front garden, but I was thinking something a bit taller. I'm not sure if this is the shape we want. Inside, there's a whole ceramics and pottery and porcelain section, and there's a lot of really gorgeous things. I love how they've laid it out kind of according to color, matching like colors together. It's really beautifully displayed. I really like this little tiered piece on the end too. I have no idea what that is. It looks like it could be for serving something like croissants maybe? I don't know what it is, but it's very cute. But today we've got to stick to the budget and only buy things that we need. Of course, as I said that, I spotted these plates with the symbol of Francois I, who was one of the greatest kings of France, and his symbol was a salamander with a crown like this. That's a very cool set of plates, but we do already have plenty of porcelain at Everdeen, so I'm going to have to leave them here. Oh, it's a little wrenching though. They're very cute. I really love the treasure hunt feeling of this type of brocante because everything's just out and about. You really have to search through to be able to see everything, and it's really cool. It's like searching for hidden treasures. Oh, and I've just discovered there's this whole other section back here. This isn't so much antiques. Well, there's some antiques, but it's also like old appliances. That suitcase is quite cool. Yeah, this is more like practical secondhand kind of merchandise, but it is still very interesting to have a little pick through. Again, searching for treasure. And of course, the most classic of all antiques, ye olde fax machine. Okay, I love these vases. Vases? I don't know, but I love them. They're such a beautiful color, and I love the little flowers around them. But they are 90 euros, and it's not something we need for Everdeen. Oh, they're tempting though. And this is some kind of artistic political statement, I think, but I'm not really sure what they're trying to say. It's art. I'm so glad that I stopped here. That was quite a cool brocante. There was really a lot of interesting stuff that I hadn't seen in a lot of other brocantes. And I love that there was a price tag on everything. Because obviously when you do the outdoor garage sale style brocantes, there's really not a price tag on anything. And even in a lot of shops, there's just not prices on things. And I really always feel quite awkward when there's something that I'm a little interested in, but not that interested. But then I'm going to ask the price, and the person's going to tell me the price. And then, is that the real price, or should I try to negotiate? So I really love when there's just a price sticker. And the two things that I bought both had very low price stickers, which was nice. First off, I bought this little painting. This is an original, I believe it's oil paint. It's very cute. I really like the bright colors, and it's only 10 euros, so I was very happy with that. And the other one that I bought was only 5 euros, and it's this one. So I thought this might look really nice in the Rococo bedroom, because I think the color, the kind of beigey tones in it would be quite nice in there. And it's also that kind of 18th century Rococo subject. The girl in it looks quite 18th century. So that could be very nice. I'm going to give it a try in there. One thing I have been thinking about a lot is what is on the to buy list and what is not, which is why I didn't get those beautiful vases that I saw that I really loved. Because it's just not something that we need right now. And of course we're on a budget. So I do need to stick to the to buy list. However, the one category of thing that I'm just going to give myself carte blanche for is, that was such terrible French, carte blanche, that I'm going to give myself carte blanche for is art, because there's so much wall space that needs to be covered at Everdeen. I don't want to make it feel cluttered, but I want to have really art on a lot of the walls. So yeah, I think that especially when it's these prices, because I got both of those for a total of 15 euros, I'm giving myself carte blanche for as much art as I can afford to buy, as long as it's nice things, and especially originals. Now, however, it is time for stop number 2 on the Brocantine road trip, which is, I've seen on Google Maps that, well, I saw on Google Maps that this place was on the other side of the street, so I'm not giving 100% faith to this. But I saw on Google Maps there's an Emmaus just around the corner, so I'm gonna give it a stop and just kind of see what it is. With Emmaus, I find that sometimes they have really great stuff, and sometimes it's more like a Goodwill kind of vibe, where it's more like clothing and everyday stuff more than it is pretty antiques and interesting pottery. So we'll see what this one's vibe is. Let's go give it a try. This place is poppin'. The whole car park is full. I barely found a spot. This place is massive. There's 3 buildings like this, just absolutely chock full, all 3 of them. Alright, this is section number 2. This looks like it's mostly kind of tableware, glasses, plates. It's nice, but it's not what we're looking for today. This is very tempting. I love this little, is it a desk or a vanity? I think it might be a desk, but I really like it. I love the shape of it, but I'm not sure where we would put this at Everdeen. I don't know. This set also of sofa and 2 chairs is super tempting. I really like the wood frame and I really like the color. The color's not really coming through on camera. It's much more of like a deep wine color in person. And it comes with 2 chairs that match. It's really beautiful. It could be for the downstairs sitting room, but I'm worried it would clash with the wallpaper. Yeah. There's also a massive clothing section with this very kind of Gone with the Wind inspired outfit that's happening here. But I don't have time to shop for clothes today, so that's going to have to wait to another time. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't buy the chandeliers. Don't do it. Well, at the end of stop number 2, I bought this lamp. It does not have a lampshade, but I think I'm pretty confident that I can find one. But I quite like it. It's kind of hefty. It's kind of an interesting piece. I like it very much. Well, that was very fun, and I really enjoyed finally getting to that brocante and also to this Emmaus, which was really quite a cool Emmaus. It was really big. It had like a huge variety of stuff and really had some beautiful pieces for a really good price. I really like supporting Emmaus as well because it's a charity, and you just know that you're doing something good when you buy things here. So that's very good. But it is now time for me to hit the road. In fact, it's well past time because my GPS is saying I'm going to arrive at Everdeen at 10 p.m. I'm probably going to arrive actually later than that because I need to stop and get groceries. If I wait till 10 p.m. when I arrive, the shops will be closed. So somewhere along the way there'll be a grocery stop. But yeah, it's definitely time to go. This next part of the video is when I arrived at Everdeen. I called Laurent to tell him I'd arrived okay, and he screen recorded what happened next. Unfortunately, the sound doesn't work on the screen record, so I'm going to narrate here. There's a giant spider and it's trying to kill me! It's a spider in the bedroom! Oh, I'm a bad boyfriend because I'm sitting here watching you and laughing at you with my glass of wine. I am so unsympathetic. Ah, the spider is gonna kill me! The spider, it's coming for me, it's evil! I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't want to be eaten by a spider! I'm gonna cry a little bit because spiders are so scary! I'm going to record your extremely reasonable and logical fear of spiders that are scientifically proven to be evil, but I'm still going to laugh at it later when I watch this video. Oh no, there it is! I'm the spider, and I've put myself next to the window to block your means of escape so I can eat you. Also, I may look very small, but I'm actually gigantic. It's just the camera angle. Eventually, I was exceptionally brave, and I managed to throw the spider out of the window, where I can only assume that it ate my neighbors. Good morning, it's the next morning and I slept so hard. I was so exhausted after driving all that way and then arriving here and having to battle spiders at 1 in the morning because of the spiders that had come in while I was gone. And I just absolutely crashed out. I slept until 11. Oh, I never do that, and it felt so nice. But now I am up, I am dressed, I have had lunch/breakfast, and I'm ready to do a few things. I'm a little limited in my time today because I'm going to be teaching a private aerial class online later, so I have to not only teach that class but also do all the setup, and I have to put all my rigging back up on the terrace because I took it down while I was gone. And so just in general, that's just going to limit how much time I have for projects today. But there is one pretty simple project that I want to go ahead and knock out in the next couple of hours, which is to, if you guys can see back there, the little brown spot on the door, that's where the old air vents were in this room and all the doors on the second floor here. And I filled in the holes left from the air vent removal, but they need to be painted and puttied. So obviously we're not going to leave it like this, a big brown spot in the middle of the door. So the first thing I have to do is get some putty and smooth out the creases between the patch and the original door. And then I have to let that dry, so maybe that can happen while I'm teaching my class. And then I've got to paint Fortunately, we still have a lot of paint in the color of the doors, so that's fine. And then I'm gonna see how visible the seam still is. Hopefully it'll be totally smooth and invisible. I kind of doubt that's gonna happen. So my plan B is to do a little mural on each door over the little rectangle where the patch was. I'm not sure what that mural will be. I'm thinking maybe like a floral something to match the floral mural that I'm doing in the landing on this floor. But I was also thinking it could be cute to do sort of a rectangle with the name of each room so that when we have visitors, they'll know which room is which. So like this one would say living room or salon. I think it would be in French, so salon. The blue bedroom would say blue bedroom. The kitchen would say kitchen. Yeah, you guys get the idea, hopefully. If you can't follow that idea, then I'm really expressing myself very badly. There's very little hope for this video if to make that idea followable. Anyway, I'm going to jump into that and get the putty on so it can be drying while I teach. The first thing I need to do is assemble my my tools for the puttying, and I am so organized that I know where the little scraper putty palette thing is, although I don't know the name, obviously, without even having to look. I know exactly where it is. We're so organized here. I've got the first layer of putty on. It's looking pretty good, but I think it definitely needs a second layer to be as smooth as possible. So I'm going to wait, let this dry, do a second layer, sand it all down, and then paint the white and see what I think about the smoothness at that point. Putty is on and sanded, and the primer is on and dry, and now we're coming to the tricky part. I'm already covered in paint, of course. So the tricky part is going to be that we need to paint the normal full color onto this panel of the door without painting on the gold trim that is already painted on the door. But I have helped myself out, and I'll show you why. So first off, I'm really thinking past me because I painted the gold accents only on parts of the door that are the bas relief, the edges of the bas relief of the door. So theoretically, if I'm very careful, I can use the paint roller just up to right at this edge and not have to tape. The problem here is that I can't really tape on the gold because the gold paint is so fragile that it will damage the gold paint if I tape over it. The other thing that past me did that I'm really patting myself on the back for now is that I don't have to paint the entire door, because right at the beginning when we started painting things in the house, I decided that everything that gets painted white, which is really off-white, but we're calling it white, in the house, in any room, is going to be the same color of white. So this I know is the Blanc Aspen white, and I know that everything else in the house is too. So the glory of that is that I don't have to repaint the whole door to make sure it's all the same shade of white. I only have to paint this one panel. Amazing. Thank you, past me. It's 2 coats of paint later, and I have to say I am shocked at how well this came out, because even sitting this close, I can't really see where the patch is and where the door is. To be honest, I really thought at this point I was going to be starting some kind of cover-up operation, trying to cover up a really obvious seam, but it is super smooth and you really can't see the patches at all. I've done 2 color coats of paint at this point. I might do a third just to be really thorough, but I don't even think it really needs it. I cannot believe how well I did on this job. It's really surprising. I did not think I would come out with a result like this. I'm so happy with it. Here's a closer view. That is a very satisfying result. I can't believe I'm looking at these doors now and there's just not either a big hole or a big brown patch in the bottoms. It feels so weird. This just feels like a big step forward. I'm so happy with it. Well, it's a job well done, even if I do say so myself. I think that I'm gonna take the win for the day and go take the rest of the evening, maybe drink a little wine, maybe watch a movie, let myself relax a little bit, because I feel very accomplished and pretty pleased with myself right now. So yeah, that's the plan for the rest of the day. So I think I'm going to leave this video here, but one more thing before I do, that is, I'm just going to remind you guys as usual to please do subscribe and to like this video, because if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more of the stuff we're doing here at Everdeen, the way to do that is to subscribe, and it also helps out a lot with the channel and the YouTube algorithm. And also the algorithm will send you more content like this. If you enjoyed this and you want to see more things from not only this channel but other channels, then subscribing tells the algorithm to send you this kind of stuff. So it is, I think it's a pretty good idea to do. And also liking this video helps me out a lot, because it helps again with the algorithm that we must all follow and worship at all times. Anyway, I am going to open up the wine and start my nice relaxed evening, and I will see you guys next time. Oh yeah, as usual, I've painted more of my hair than the actual surface I was trying to paint. Yep, I've got skills.